And in fact, here's a nice little example of the thing running. And this is taken from a very ancient photo, but you can see right in here, there's a bowling ball, and that's where the crosshairs are drawn. And just as a sort of to show you some other way of trying to find this ball that's moving, you can imagine just looking for the stuff that's moving. After all, it hasn't hit the pins yet. But when you look for the stuff that's moving, they find this bounding box. How come we find more than just the ball? Well, actually, if you take a look really carefully, you'll see that this lane is very shiny. Okay? In fact, in a little while, we're going to talk about reflectance functions and specular reflectance functions, and you'll talk about why on this lane you actually see the image of the ball, and because of that, there's motion in here as well, so you get this bounding box. But that's okay. What we're saying is basically that it was able to find the circle. Here's another example taken, in fact, if you go and you type Hough transform circles or something like that into Google and look for images, you'll come up with this image. This image was actually taken by Vivek Quatra back when he was a wee graduate student TAing my class back in 1811 or something like that. And what we did was we took a picture of these coins on top of a textured background. He did it because he had to, because he was my TA. He's now really a famous guy doing cool research stuff. All right? So basically, you can take this and you can compute the edges, and here's an edge image of that, and then we can look for circles. Now, we're going to use the known radius method. So let's suppose we start with the radius for a penny. All right? And you can probably see that there's this nice bright spot right here in the middle. That corresponds to the penny. Now, what you may also notice is that there are these kind of blown up areas. Not so much here, it's a little harder to see. We'll go back here. And that's because you could fit a penny sort of around the edge of this circle, and the centers would be rotating around the middle of the circle, and that's what this little circle of centers is. But at the real penny, they all line up, and so you get even a brighter spot. So how would we find the quarters? Well, we just use a bigger radius, the radius of a quarter, and we vote again, and again you'll see these spots here, here, and here. And now the penny edges, well, they again vote for this bit of a circle, but not nearly as strong as the quarters do. So this was the original image, and these are the combined detections. And so that's pretty cool. You know, it can just find the circles.